My wife was a police chief, the woman I trusted more than anyone. But when I tried protecting evidence clerk from her ex, she ordered me to my knees and tossed me 6 times. Then she arrested me, erased the footage, and promised him I would take the blame. She thought the truth had died in that parking lot. She never noticed the rookie officer's body cam was still recording. I parked outside the Ashford Police Department with Claire's favorite pasta cooling beside me. Our last 3 dinners had ended in silence. But I refused to let our marriage disappear without a fight. The rear lot gate stood open. As I crossed it, I heard a woman say, "Let go of me, Captain." Ryan Cole had Maya Torres pinned against an unmarked car, one hand around her wrist. "What are you doing?" I called. Ryan released her. "This is police business, Daniel. Walk away." Maya rubbed her wrist. "He wants me to change an evidence entry." "Keep your mouth shut," Ryan snapped. I set the dinner bag down. "You don't get to threaten her." His smile carried the same arrogance I remembered from every department party. He had dated Claire before our marriage, and he never let me forget it. "You're trespassing," he said. "My wife runs this building." That doesn't give you authority. It doesn't give you permission to grab Maya either. Ryan seized her arm again. I pushed his hand away. He stumbled backward, then shouted, "Officer assaulted. I need assistance." "That's a lie," I said. "Maya, tell them." The rear door burst open. Claire hurried outside with 3 officers behind her. Her chief's badge flashed beneath the security light. "Daniel." She stared at me, then at Ryan. "What happened?" "He attacked me," Ryan said. "He's out of control." "No," Maya said. "Captain Cole grabbed me first." Maya stepped forward. "Chief, I refuse to falsify the narcotics log. Captain Cole grabbed me because I said I would report him." Ryan pointed at her. "She misplaced evidence and invented this story to save her job." "That is not true," Maya said. I faced Claire. "Separate us. Take statements. Do what an investigation requires." Ryan scoffed. "Your husband is telling you how to police?" Claire ignored her. "Daniel, put your hands behind your head." I laughed in disbelief. "Ask your evidence clerk what happened." "I gave you an order." "Check the cameras." I pointed above the loading door. They recorded everything. Ryan stepped beside her. "He came here jealous and aggressive." "Jealous of what?" I asked. "The man who still calls my wife at midnight." Claire's face tightened. "On your knees. Now." "Claire, look at me." "Do it." I raised my empty hands. "I brought you dinner. That's why I'm here." Her taser appeared in her hand. My stomach dropped. "You cannot be serious." "Final warning." "Check the camera." The probe struck my chest. Pain locked every muscle. I crashed onto the pavement, unable to breathe. "Stop." Maya screamed. "He didn't attack anyone." The current ended. I dragged in one breath. "Claire," I gasped, "please." She pulled the trigger again. Fire tore through me. My wedding ring scraped the concrete as my hand shook. "Chief, that's enough," a young officer said. "Stay back, Reed," Claire ordered. A third shock crushed the air from my lungs. I heard Ryan say, "He's still resisting." "I'm not moving." I managed. The 4th came anyway. Maya sobbed. Someone cursed under his breath. None of them stopped her. After the 5th discharge, darkness crowded my vision. "Claire," I whispered, "I trusted you." For 1 second, her hand trembled. Ryan murmured, "Finish it." She fired the 6th time. When the electricity stopped, cold metal closed around my wrists. "You're under arrest for assaulting an officer and resisting arrest," Claire said. "I never touched him." "You pushed me," Ryan replied, "to protect my, Claire leaned near him as officers lifted me. I heard her whisper, "I'll make sure Daniel takes the blame." My knees folded. Reed caught my shoulder and lowered his voice. "Don't give up, sir. My body cam recorded everything." I looked at its blinking red light before the world vanished. I woke on a concrete bench with fire crawling across my chest. When I touched the swollen burns, the holding cell returned around me, along with Claire's final whisper, "I'll make sure Daniel takes the blame." A lock clicked. Detective Marcus Hale. entered carrying 2 paper cups. Can you sit up? He asked. Will it change what your chief wrote? No, but this might help. He passed me water. Tell me what happened. You have my arrest report. I asked the truth, not Ryan Cole's version. I studied him. Why should I trust you? You shouldn't. Trust the questions instead. I described finding Ryan gripping Maya's wrist, pushing his hand away, and begging Claire to check the cameras. Marcus frowned. You were shocked 6 times? Ask the officers who watched. The report says twice. Then the report is lying. It also says you smelled of alcohol, threatened Captain Cole, and repeatedly tried to stand. I haven't touched alcohol in 4 years. I know. How? Claire mentioned your sobriety at a department dinner. Marcus lowered his voice. That detail made the report suspicious. Footsteps approached. Claire appeared beyond the bars. Leave us, she told him. Marcus glanced at me. Interview paused at 2:14. When he disappeared, Claire unlocked the cell and entered. You need a hospital, she said. I needed a wife who wouldn't torture me. Her jaw tightened. Sign a statement and I'll release you. What statement? You admit you entered a restricted area, confronted Ryan, and resisted lawful commands. You mean I repeat your lies? I'm offering you a way home. Home? I raised my cuffed hands. You froze while your ex told you to finish me. You don't understand what Ryan has done for me. Then explain it. Years ago, I made a mistake that could have ended my career. Ryan protected me. And now you owe him my life? I owe him everything. You said that at our wedding about me. Pain crossed her face, but she pushed the statement forward. Please sign. No. If this reaches court, you could lose your job. I would rather lose everything than confess to protecting Maya. Claire gathered the pages. You're forcing my hand. You pulled the trigger 6 times. Stop pretending this is my choice. A sharp voice sounded from the corridor. Chief Bennett. Step away from my client. My younger sister Emma marched toward us with a leather folder beneath her arm. Where you read your rights? Emma asked, No. Did anyone call a doctor? No. She faced Claire. You shocked a man, denied treatment, and questioned him without counsel. He resisted arrest, Claire replied. Show me the footage. The cameras were undergoing maintenance. I stared at my wife. You erased it? Claire avoided my eyes. Nothing was erased. Then preserve recordings, Emma said. Losing one frame looks like obstruction. Claire said, Daniel hasn't requested counsel. I am requesting her now. I answered. Emma faced the desk sergeant. My client requires emergency medical treatment. Produce the booking video, probable cause statement, and taser logs immediately. That will take time, Claire said, then explained the false intoxication claim, while I contacted judge. Claire stared at me before leaving without another word. Emma gripped my shoulder. I'm getting you out. Marcus returned as she challenged the detention paperwork. He held his phone between the bars. Reed's camera automatically uploaded this copy, he whispered. The video showed Ryan grabbing Maya, my raised hands, and every shock. Then Ryan knelt beside my unconscious body. What is he doing? I asked. Marcus enlarged the final frame. Ryan's hand slipped into my jacket and emerged empty. Inside my pocket rested a packet of white powder. Marcus looked at me grimly. Daniel, they didn't only frame you for assault. Emma drove me home after a judge approved my temporary release. Every turn pulled against the bandages beneath my shirt. You should be in a hospital, she said. I need clothes first. At my front door, my key would not turn. I tried again. Claire changed the lock. Emma opened her banking app. Check your joint account. My balance showed 0 available funds. She froze everything. She is isolating you, Emma said. That makes her dangerous. She's still my wife. She stopped acting like it's 6 taser pulls ago. My neighbor Luis Grant stepped onto his porch. Daniel? I saw the news. What happened? Can we use your place? Inside, Luis removed my bandages. His years as a paramedic showed in the careful way he examined each burn. These marks are separate cycles, he said. How many? 6. His hand stopped. That could have killed you. Can you document them? Emma asked. Luis lifted his phone. With Daniel's permission. Do it, I said. He photographed my chest, arms, and the cup beside my eye. My phone rang from a blocked number. Daniel, Maya whispered, Are you alone? Emma and Luis are here. Are you safe? No. Ryan knows I spoke to you. What was in the narcotics log? Seized drugs have disappeared for months. Ryan changes weights before destruction, then sells what he removes. Did you report him? Emma asked. I filed a complaint directly with Chief Bennett. My throat tightened. What did Claire do? She buried it. She told me a false accusation would destroy my career. Do you have proof? I copied 3 ledgers, but Ryan searched my desk today. Bring them to us, Emma said. I can't. They're watching me. The call ended. I stared at Claire's photograph on Luis's shelf from our neighborhood barbecue. Emma followed my gaze. Do not protect her. I loved her for 9 years. And she chose Ryan every time truth demanded a price. Maybe Ryan forced her, I said. Emma closed the laptop. Forced her to shock you? He has something on her. Marcus believes it. That explains fear. It does not erase her choices. If I release the body cam, her career ends. If you hide it, your life may end. Luis placed gauze over my chest. I treated abused victims who protected the person hurting them. Love does not make danger harmless. I looked away. I know. I'm not ready to stop loving her. Luis turned on the television. Claire stood behind a podium outside police headquarters. My husband arrived intoxicated and attacked Captain Cole and another employee, she announced. His jealousy over a past relationship created a dangerous situation. I moved closer. She called Maya another employee. A reporter asked, Did you deploy your taser 6 times? I used the force necessary to protect my officers. My phone rang again. My supervisor's name appeared. Daniel, he said, the company is suspending you pending the criminal investigation. You know I don't drink. This is bigger than what I believe. After he disconnected, I turned off the television. Emma said, We can wait for arraignment. No, silence is helping them. She opened her laptop. Then I'll file for preservation of every video, dispatch record, taser log, and evidence ledger. Luis handed me the injury photographs. Add these. Emma began typing. Once this is filed, destroying anything becomes impossible to explain. My phone rang from Noah Reed's number. Sir, he said breathlessly, they're deleting internal records. Camera files, access logs, everything. Who ordered it? I heard Ryan say the chief authorized an emergency purge. Emma reached for her keys. We file now. Noah continued. There's more. Chief Bennett signed a new warrant. For what? I asked. For stealing confidential police evidence. They're coming to arrest you again. Emma's office windows flashed red and blue before she finished uploading the court filing. 6 patrol cars. I said. They came quickly. They cannot search without a warrant, Emma replied. They have one, Marcus said from the doorway. And Ryan personally leads a team. Emma closed her laptop. How did you get inside? Parking garage. We have 90 seconds. I face him. Why help me? Because records connected to 5 narcotics cases vanished tonight. This is larger than your arrest. You think Claire's involved? I think your wife either runs this with Ryan or fears him enough to obey. Boots thundered in the hallway. Marcus handed Emma his keys. Take the service elevator to the garage. What about you? I asked. I'll tell Ryan you escaped before I arrived. That could cost your badge. So could ignoring corruption. We reached his car as officers entered the office above us. Emma drove while Marcus called with directions to an abandoned ambulance station outside Ashford. Noah waited inside beside a rusted stretcher. You were followed? He asked. No, Emma said. Show us the recording. He removed a memory card from beneath his vest. This is the original. The system copy can be deleted, but this cannot. I held it carefully. Why did your camera stay on? Captain Cole told me to disable it before you arrived. He planned a confrontation? I don't know. He said the rear lot was handling confidential evidence. But you disobeyed him, Emma said. Noah nodded. My training officer taught me that cameras protect civilians and officers. In order to hide something felt wrong. You saved me, I said. I watched her shock you 6 times. I should have stopped it. You were a rookie facing your chief. That does not make my silence right. There's more, Noah said. Someone accessed my upload after the arrest. Who? I asked Chief Bennett's credentials. But Captain Cole stood at her terminal. Can you prove that? Emma asked. The camera shows him entering her office. Was it erased? Yes, but I copied it first. I stared at him. You risked everything. I joined the department to protect people, not powerful officers. My phone rang. Claire's name glowed on the screen. Emma whispered, record it. I answered on speaker. What do you want? The original card, Claire said. You issued a warrant to steal back evidence? Return it, and I will withdraw every charge. What about Maya's complaint? Daniel, listen to me. Ryan cannot know where you are. Fear replaced command in her voice. Is he threatening you? I asked. A pause followed. Bring me the card. I can still fix this. You had 6 chances to stop. I know. Her voice cracked. Please. The call ended. For 1 weak moment, I pictured the woman who once held my hand through my father's funeral. Emma touched my arm. Fear does not absolve her. What if Ryan trapped her? Then she still used you as her escape. A side door opened. Maya entered carrying a canvas bag. I copied everything, she said. Evidence weights, destruction orders, vehicle numbers, payments. Noah examined one ledger. These initials belong to officers. And judges, Maya said. Ryan paid them to prove false warrants. Emma opened her laptop. I'm sending this to federal investigators. Use the card too, I said. Send everything. The upload reached 12%. Glass exploded behind us. A gunshot swallowed Maya's scream. Noah jerked backward and fell beside me. Blood spreading across his shoulder. Noah. I pressed my hands against the wound. Emma dragged Maya behind an ambulance. Daniel, get down. Another bullet struck the wall. I looked through the broken window and saw a figure beneath the security light. Claire stood outside with her weapon raised. I dragged Noah behind the rusted ambulance while blood soaked through my fingers. Stay with me, I said. I kept it recording, he gasped. Marcus burst through the side door with his weapon drawn. Claire, drop the gun. I wasn't shooting at them. Claire shouted from outside. The shooter was behind the fence. A black vehicle raced from the far gate. Marcus aimed toward it, but Claire grabbed his arm. You'll hit the road. Emma crawled beside me. The ambulance has supplies. I pressed gauze against Noah's shoulder. Claire, call paramedics. I already did. Why were you here? I tracked Ryan's vehicle. Am I supposed to believe you? Her eyes met mine through the broken window. Not anymore. At the hospital, surgeons removed the bullet. A doctor found us 2 hours later. Officer Reed survived, she said. The bullet missed the artery. I released a breath I had been holding since the station. Police entered before we could see him. Ryan walked behind them. Detective Hale, he said, you're under arrest for obstruction, evidence theft, and aiding a fugitive. Marcus held out his hands. Your case is collapsing. Then you have nothing to fear. As they took Marcus away, Ryan smiled at me. Bring back what you stole, Daniel. Emma pulled me toward the elevator. Federal agent Vanessa Shaw answered my message. She wants everything. Send copies now. I already started. A text from Claire appeared. Hospital chapel. Alone. I found her sitting beneath a wooden cross. Tell me why, I said. She removed her badge and stared at it. 8 years ago, I mishandled evidence from an armed robbery. A gun was returned to the wrong storage bin. What happened? A clerk found it and accidentally fired it. He died. My anger stalled. You killed someone? My mistake did. Ryan altered the inventory records and blamed a technician who had already resigned. And he kept proof. Copies of the original log, my messages, everything. He said he protected me because he loved me. No, He purchased you. I believe I could control him after becoming chief. So you buried Maya's complaint. Yes. You erased records. Yes. You shocked me 6 times. Tears filled her eyes. Yes. Did Ryan order you to frame me? I asked. He said Maya would expose us unless you looked dangerous enough to discredit her. So you chose your badge over my innocence. I thought one arrest could contain everything. One arrest? I opened my shirt to reveal the burns. Count what your decision cost me. She looked away. No, I said, look at them. Her gaze returned and her face crumpled. I became the officer I had always promised to arrest, she whispered. Fear explains your choices, Claire. It does not forgive them. I know. What do you want? Ryan will release Marcus if you surrender the original Bodycam. And after that, I expose him and accept whatever happens to me. I hated that part of me still wanted to believe her. Tell Ryan I agree, I said. Outside, Emma waited beside an exit. You're not giving him the card, she said. No, I'm making Ryan think I will. She showed me her screen. Vanessa received the Bodycam ledgers and Claire's recorded confession from your phone. Before I could answer, Maya's number called. Ryan's voice greeted me. I have your evidence, clerk. Maya cried out in the background. Daniel, don't come. Let her go. I demanded. Bring the original recording to the abandoned police training range. Midnight. Alone. If you hurt her, you have 40 minutes. The line died. Emma grabbed my arm. This is a trap. I know. Then what are you doing? I took the memory card from my pocket, making sure Ryan confesses before it closes. Vanessa Shaw clipped the camera beneath my shirt collar beside the abandoned training range. Audio and video are live, she said. My team will wait beyond the eastern fence. Ryan sat alone. He needs to believe you obeyed. Emma handed me a false memory card. Do not become heroic. I'm bringing Maya out. You're bringing yourself out too. I entered the dark range with both hands raised. Ryan stood behind Maya, pressing a pistol against her neck. Close the door, he ordered. Let her go first. You're negotiating badly. Maya's lip was bleeding. Daniel, the card isn't worth this. Ryan tightened his arm around her. Where is it? I held up the false card. Tell me why you framed me. Because you interfered. With your drug theft? With my entire operation. Seized narcotics are free inventory when frightened clerks and greedy judges cooperate. You kill people protected. I destroyed careers. Death creates unnecessary attention. What about the shooter at the ambulance station? A contractor who missed. Maya whispered, he'll kill us anyway. Ryan smiled. Only if Daniel disappoints me. You ordered Noah to disable his camera. I arranged a private confrontation. Claire only needed to make you look violent. Why me? She was pulling away from me. I reminded her that love never protected her career. Fear did. So you wanted her dependent on you again. I wanted what was mine. A door opened behind me. Claire entered with her pistol raised. Ryan laughed. Right on time. Give him the card, Daniel, she said. You promised to expose him. I promised what you needed to hear. The weapon centered on my chest. Something inside me finally went silent. Whatever love had survived the cell, and her confession died beneath that barrel. You chose him again, I said. I chose survival. Ryan extended his hand. The card. I stepped forward. Claire suddenly turned her weapon toward him. Release Maya. His smile vanished. You think this changes anything? It stops you. Maya, move, I said. Ryan shoved her aside and fired. Claire fell with blood spreading beneath her shoulder. I pulled Maya behind a divider as Ryan ran toward the rear exit. Federal agents. Vanessa shouted outside. Drop your weapon. Ryan turned toward another door, but Marcus stepped through it with his gun ready. Your arrest and last, Ryan said. Vanessa found the paperwork you forged, Marcus replied. Drop it. Ryan raised his pistol. I heard several weapons click around him. He slowly released it. Vanessa entered and pulled the false card from his hand. Your confession was transmitted live. Ryan looked at my collar. You recorded me? Twice, I said. Noah's camera exposed the first crime. Mine ended the rest. I knelt beside Claire while Maya pressed cloth against her wound. Why point the gun at me? I asked. Ryan watched his faces. Claire breathed. He had to believe I chose him. You gambled with my trust. I had broken it. You could have warned Vanessa. Ryan searched me. Her fingers found my wedding ring. I never deserved another chance. No, I said, pulling my hand away. You didn't. Paramedics lifted Claire onto a stretcher. She reached toward me. Daniel, please. I stepped back. Outside, Vanessa showed me the recovered bodycam file. It proves Ryan planted the drugs, she said. It also proves Claire falsified charges and used unlawful force. What happens if I testify? She loses her badge and likely her freedom. And if I refuse? Other evidence may convict Ryan, but her attorneys could call her another victim. I watched the ambulance doors close around my wife. Vanessa asked, do you want justice for what she did or protection for who she used to be? For the first time, only one answer felt honest. Vanessa placed a bodycam transcript before me inside the state investigation room. Tell us what happened from the beginning, she said. I looked toward the recording camera. I found Ryan holding Maya against the car. I moved his hand. Claire arrived and ordered me down. How many times did she deploy her taser? 6. Did you resist? No. After the first shock, I could barely breathe. I described each discharge, Ryan's planted drugs, Claire's false report, and her attempt to trade my freedom for silence. During a break, Emma pulled me aside. Claire's attorneys offered an uncontested divorce in the house, she said. They want us to avoid discussing her chapel confession. That confession proves obstruction. It also protects your financial settlement. If I hide it, I become part of the lie. You may leave with nothing. I already lost what mattered. Emma studied me, then nodded. I'll reject it. Ryan began cooperating 2 days later. Vanessa updated me outside the hearing room. He wants a reduced sentence, she said. What is he offering? Names, accounts, payment records, and 11 years of buried complaints. How many people helped him? For officers, 2 judges, a prosecutor, and several civilian contacts. Inside, Maya testified after me. I warned Chief Bennett that narcotics were disappearing, she said. She threatened my career and ordered me to amend the ledger. Claire sat across the room in a wheelchair, her injured shoulder strapped beneath her jacket. She never looked at Maya. Noah testified by video from his hospital bed. Daniel raised his hands and requested security footage. He said he did not attack Captain Cole. Vanessa played his bodycam recording. Claire's 6 trigger pulls filled the room with mechanical clicks. The official report claimed 2 deployments. No attorney could explain the other 4. Charges followed that afternoon: assault, evidence tampering, false imprisonment, obstruction, and filing false reports. Claire resigned before the city council could remove her from her hospital room. She released a statement on television. Daniel Bennett committed no crime, she said. I abused my authority, falsified his arrest, and protected Captain Ryan Cole. Responsibility for those choices belongs to me. My supervisor called afterward. Your suspension is lifted, he said. Your position and back pay are restored. Thank you. We should have believed you sooner. Yes, I answered. You should have. The apology brought no relief. My name was clean, but I still woke remembering electricity and Claire's face above me. Luis noticed immediately when I finally returned. You won, he said. Why look defeated? Because everyone says the truth fixed everything. It fixed the public lie. It didn't fix me. He handed me photographs of my burns. Healing never means pretending the injury vanished. I wanted her confession for weeks. Hearing it makes me angry because she admitted she knew better. I studied the fading marks. I expected justice to feel like getting my life back. Luis shook his head. Justice only gives you room to build another one. The night before her sentencing, a message arrived through her attorney. Claire is requesting one final visit. Emma said, you owe her nothing. I know. I'm going for myself. A guard led me into a hospital interview room where Claire waited in restraints. She placed my wedding ring on the table. They removed it while you were unconscious, she said. Ryan kept it with your property. I picked it up. Why return it now? Because it stopped meaning what we promised. I stood to leave. Daniel, wait. Ryan gave investigators a final statement today. What did he say? He said, I knew you were coming to the station. My hand closed around the ring. Claire's eyes filled with shame. He says, I planned the confrontation from the beginning. I remained standing across from Claire, crushing our wedding ring inside my palm. Is Ryan telling the truth? I asked. She lowered her eyes. Partly. That is not an answer. I knew he planned to provoke you. The room seemed to narrow. You knew I was bringing dinner? I saw your message. Ryan said your arrival gave us a chance to discredit Maya. So you let him attack her. I thought he would argue with her. I expected you to intervene, and then I would frighten you into staying silent. By arresting me? Only overnight. You fired 6 times. You kept demanding the cameras. I panicked. You never expected Noah's body cam to remain active. No, Ryan ordered it disabled. And the drugs. Her face tightened. I did not know he planted them. But you created the opportunity. Yes. I placed the ring on the table. I kept searching for one reason to forgive you. You just removed it. At sentencing, I faced the judge while Claire sat behind her attorneys. Her badge gave her power over my body. I said, our marriage gave her access to my trust. She abused both. Fear may explain why she protected Ryan, but it cannot excuse every moment when she chose herself over innocent people. Claire received 7 years in prison before deputies led her away. She looked at me. I am sorry, she said. I believe you, I replied, but regret is not repair. Ryan received 32 years for corruption, narcotics trafficking, kidnapping, attempted murder, evidence tampering, and conspiracy. His cooperation reduced the sentence, but it could not purchase freedom. Outside the courthouse, Noah waited with his arm in a sling. The department wants to give me a commendation, he said. You earned it. I disobeyed an order. You refused an illegal one. That difference saved us. Maya joined us carrying a new employee badge. Evidence control reinstated me, she said. I'm helping audit every case Ryan touched. Are you ready for that? No, she answered. I'm doing it anyway. Marcus approached wearing the chief's badge. Interim only, he said when I noticed it. An independent board will oversee every complaint and evidence audit. Make the badge mean something. That is the plan. My divorce became final 3 months later. Claire's attorneys offered the house and most of our joint savings. Emma asked, do you want to fight for more? No, I want enough to begin again. I sold the house and used part of the settlement to create a legal fund for victims of police misconduct. Our fund helped a father arrested after reporting an officer's theft. When his charges were dismissed, he shook my hand. You gave my children their father back, he said. Evidence did. Someone had to fight for it. His word stayed. I could not change what Claire had done, but I could make survival useful instead of letting betrayal define me. Luis helped me move into a small apartment where no memory waited behind the door. One evening, I opened Noah's bodycam file for the final time. I watched myself enter carrying dinner. I heard Claire order me down and watched every shock bend my body against the pavement. Then Noah's voice returned from the darkness. My bodycam recorded everything. I paused on the blinking red light. That camera restored my name, my freedom, and the truth. It could not restore my marriage, my trust, or the man I had been before Claire pulled the trigger. Emma called as I moved the file toward the trash. Are you sure? She asked. The official evidence is preserved. I meant emotionally. I deleted my private copy. I'm sure, I said. The truth belongs in the record. The pain doesn't have to live with me.